Our round of 16 match between Life and Dise is about to start, and we have 3 maps here, of course. It is Amazonia, Concealed, and Autumn Leaves, if I got this correctly. And man, this is such a young one-on-one. It's very rare to have that in the scene. Life 25 years old, Dise 22. These two young talents facing each other now in this first round match. The winner has a rough opponent still going up against Lawlion. But yeah, this is the first time ever. Of course, when Life was around, Dise wasn't. When Dise started to ascend into the top 16, Life wasn't around. So now finally they're both here, and finally we have ourselves a match, everybody. This is Amazonia. This is Dise with the Potom. Of course, we all know by now that Dise is a Demon Hunter only player. Pretty much. No, not Dise. Life is a Demon Hunter only player. And Dise is trying to counter that with a Potom build.
Yeah, Potom or Demon Hunter have been popular in this matchup for quite some time. Some Night Elves really prefer playing Demon Hunter only, but players like Neutral in the past, or also Foggy or Moon have liked the Potom quite a bit, especially if the map is well suited for it. And Amazonia, she's always been very popular.
I agree. And this is good for us, so we don't have that bear mirror. We all remember the Lawlion Joshi standoff. It lasted like 15 minutes until someone finally went for Chimeras, which was Lawlion. Dise is bringing the heat to Life's base. Dise in the upper right-hand side in the yellow, and Life in the blue. Ooh, Engine of War, close to dying. Ring of Protection for him. Dise has a very good result on Friday when there was the Well Played Cup at the... Ooh, did he deny? No, he didn't. At the same time as the Back to Warcraft Cup, and he won that. Apparently a gold replay from the finals, from his match against Hawk. So Dise seemed to be in good shape.
A player's forces are under attack.
And with this Potom strategy, we're expecting him to play rather aggressively here. Either go for a Potom AP push at like 40 supply, or maybe even go later into 50 supply, maybe even with an Alchemist. But the idea will be trying to win this game early rather than later. In the late game, if Life gets to high-level Demon Hunter and Bears, he's probably going to be quite favored. And starting off with items like these is also going to be nice.
Exactly. Gloves of Haste, double slippers. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Couldn't think of much better here. And that will bring some damage to this lady right here. Not the greatest items for Dise, but he is trying to overwhelm with Mass. Mass Huntress, and then as you said, 40 supply, 50 supply. Only hunts with glaives, with APs. Nobody really knows. But you see it already. Oh boy, that Demon Hunter got the dust as well against exactly that. And this is not the greatest start for Dise.
Yeah, indeed. Watching on the
Player's forces are under
Discord stream right now. It's so pixelated, by the way. Can hardly see anything. Archers continuing to creep is important here for the Demon Hunter to try to keep his archers safe and try to get into the mid game without losing any of them if he can. And that's going to be the big goal here for Dise, trying to minimize the numbers, find kills early, and then overwhelm later with a push.
We tried to go for a Hunter's Hall here, didn't do that early. Oh, little steal. I didn't do that early, so there's no AP at the moment. As Dise is still trying to gear up, trying to delay the Demon Hunter's leveling, but that is not working too well. This one steal is preventing level 3 for now.
a town is under siege. A player's
And
forces are under attack.
rough start, indeed, but lots of archers now. We get Ultra Vision. Remo always loves that. And now Dise is trying to go to the tavern. What is it? Beastmaster.
All right, Beastmaster here. It's all about defense. Life wants to be ready to defend when a push is coming in. Beastmaster is a very strong level 1 hero. With the summons, with having decent stats, with being a good blocker. Wants to have something to throw into the mix against the Huntresses. While the bottom is continuing to creep. And it will be level 3 very soon.
Yeah, a little bit of a bash coming in from the creeps. Minimal chance of damage here for life. But it should be fine. And the big push is yet to come. So far, no transition. No APs coming up everywhere. This is as standard mass hunts as it goes. But yeah, you pointed it out. Quill beasts and piercing damage. That's how you deal with Huntress if you keep your archers alive. And so far, the control of life seems very, very good. Constantly zoning Dise away. Oh, once again, reveal here. So much damage. Mana burn coming in. But no kill, no force TP. But in the meantime, the Beastmaster was able to grab the item here. Ring of Protection for him, who's always in the front row. Also not too bad. And usually, your goal with the bottom is to diminish the moon wells of your opponent. But now Dise is at 60% bottom. His moon wells are all empty. And Life didn't lose too much. He's even eager enough to go for the mercenary camp bottom right.
Yeah, seems like he's in a wonderful position. Looks very confident. Big item here for him. The Rune Bracer's normally great for a Demon Hunter. In this matchup, however, not so useful. Ooh, dropping super low. Had to TP away from the camp. But got almost all experience.
No! He doesn't!
Oh!
Because he denies himself with the lightning shield! First hero kill of the day goes to the creeps!
Oh my god.
How unfortunate! He didn't calculate this in, wasn't aware. I mean, this is something you sometimes see when you're playing against orcs and you TP out and the shamans send the lightning shield with you. But that hurt big time. He just got level 3. Such a wonderful early game thrown out the window.
Yeah, that's rough. Oh my god, my download just cancelled. Are you kidding me?
Oh no!
I think I'm gonna have to restart my router or something. And because my whole internet is just kind of bugged.
Okay then, I'll take over, Remo, no problem at all.
Alright, see you guys in a bit.
We tried to get to the tavern when you're alive to get the Demon Hunter back ASAP, which is happening now. But of course, big investments. And now, APs are coming. Glaives on the way as well, if I saw this correctly. Yes, already in the Zeppelin. Was a scout, you know what's coming. There is tons of archers, also dryads. For the slow, for the poison. But so far, it was a great early game, and then this little creep camp there bottom right. That's why we usually not see it. Focus fire on the Zeppelin already crashes, burns. Huntress all over these archers, and Life is fighting a little too far out of the base, losing one unit after the next. Oh wow, no AP here. The Berserker is still going strong, but he has to dive deeper and deeper into the base. This is 9 supply about to drop, but this is all time for the APs in the back. Focus fire on the hero. Dise about to TP home with saves and major losses. But this is Dise out of the fight. So what can he do now? Trying to get rid of these towers. 2 of them are up! The Sapper doesn't connect! Oh no! This is not good. Such a big investment once again, but Dise is diving into this army with all of the units heard. An absolute guaranteed certified slobber knocker between the 2 young Night Elves here. Finally, Dise is able to get rid of that Berserker with the bouncing glaives. Min-max damage, well done. And oh, poor Life. What a bloodbath! Stressful games, but piercing damage is still superior to the Huntress. He's trying to move into this sanctuary.
The town is under siege.
With glaives and APs. The Ancient of War still helpful. Trying to get as many units out as possible. Bottom is super hurt. while being on a high level. Beastmasters make him close to level 3, and there we go with the next Huntress kill. This is Quillbeast level 2 now. And that got Bloodlust. I don't know if it does rah 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 as well, because I don't understand Quillbeast-ish. But Life, he might be taking control over this game once again. We've seen some oh, what's he doing? The Dryads into the Glaives and into the Ancient, into the Meat Grinder. Again, so much supply. He's trying to get rid of these Glaives, but it just doesn't work. The damage is somewhere else, really. But Life also haunting down this bottom. If only he had boots.
A town is under siege.
What a sick game this is. And we're both trying to stabilize. That Zeppelin was a decent help. It's at level 5. Yes, it absolutely is. Ancient of War down, so it's only Dryads from here on out. What is this game? The siege continues. Bottom is back. No inventory at all. Level 3 True Shot, of course. Amazing. Plus 19 damage on the Glaives, which is the hard counter. 2 Dryads, 2 buildings, of course. And what can save Life now? He's taking care of these Glaives. One of these, at least. And Sapper again! This time it connects, but on the cost of a Beastmaster, maybe. High pressure, high tempo games. And only 1 AP. I think Life is stabilizing, even if it sounds weird. And he has low supply, but the Demon Hunter scales immensely into this late game. Potion of Healing. And so is the Beastmaster, to be honest. No tech by Dise. Stays on tier 1. And as long as you don't control the Demon Hunter, what can you possibly do?
Players' forces are under attack.
Yes, we have an Engine of War, so more archers coming in. They are, of course, the cheaper option to the Dryads, and also the better. Oh no! Oh. Better armor type. This day seems a little cursed, if you ask me. So what's next? Demon Hunter made it to the shop, but very hurt. And it's nighttime for half the time. Beastmaster in front. Demon Hunter, can he dive? I'm not too sure. Dise again retreating into the safety of this AP. Just more right clicks, more and more kills. We're getting close to level 6 on the bottom. And it might be time for Starfall, even though that ult is sometimes a little underwhelming. Got the Bash Bear on level 2. Would have probably been better to go Hawk, as you never really have the mana for the bear. And Hawk is insane against Glaives, but we moved away 100% from Glaives again. Holding on, no pun intended, to dear life here is our Chinese player. And the Demon Hunter. He finally made it back to 50% HP. Nice micro. But there is Dust, and that's level 4 now. Hawk would also, of course, get rid of the Shadow Melt, as long as it's not focused. And the bottom would be the one to focus. So all the siege is gone. It's only the AP, but at some point you will be able to deal with that. It's only a little bit of damage against buildings. Not the greatest pressure here. And the Demon Hunter level 4 is just so tanky. Still no Dust on Dise. Shadow Melt is doing a lot, but nighttime is over very soon. Life can't really afford to lose this AP. So he needs some attention. This Moonwell needs some attention and repair a bit. What's the win condition? Supply is even again for the first time and forever. And yeah, against the Demon Hunter, you will never have the mana for Starfall, unfortunately. It's so beautiful, but not that effective. I think Searing Arrow 3 is the much better choice. Then it coming in. Oh, the heal scroll. What a phenomenal heal scroll. Here's level 6. We'll probably see level... He is going for Starfall. Totally did not expect that. And I think it's the wrong call as well. Searing Arrow is 30 damage, which is basically double damage all the time. Plus aura, of course. I don't think it's the right choice as he's losing absolutely everything. 20 supply remaining. That's the bottom and not much else. Beastmaster and Demon Hunter carrying life to probably game 1. An insane game. Demon Hunter could think about level 3 evasion even. I would like that. For more tankiness. And the AP is finally dealt with. And that must be the hold. That must be the game. Life not crumbling under intense pressure of like 7 to 8 minutes. Non-stop fighting. And what's left now for Dise? He got a rough start while being under pressure from this Demon Hunter and Archer all the time. Then he got this gift by Life.
A player's forces are under attack.
And then he wasn't able to close it out. One more push. With Wisps, maybe around 40 supply, but also not really. There's so much control with Dryads now. Plus damage of Cool Beast, Demon Hunter, Archers, and the poison. Telly Staff, another dust, steals that away. And the bottom, trying to go Starfall now. With Invis, nicely done. But Life, he went to the shop. He saw that the Invis potion is gone. Heal scroll invul. How much damage can you do with that Starfall?
A player's forces are under attack.
Beastmaster takes quite some damage. It's like Life is just waiting. He missed the reveal! Just so close! Okay, let's see how much damage this does. I don't think he can do a lot, but Dise seems to be of a different opinion. He's catching the army out in the open. And as you see, this is just 200 damage. To a lot of targets, okay. But he's down in supply. 300 damage now. How much is it total? Wait a second. Shot down. Wait a second. Are we getting into a base race against Starfall?
Player's forces are under attack.
Okay, so 550 damage on a lot of targets here. Wisps were not affected by this. And yeah, he's going into a base race without a TP, only with a stab. He can't really afford another Starfall, but the cooldown is very, very high as well. Bottom goes home. And damage in the main is done. Moon Juice empty. Nighttime only soon. Dice's supply block after this Moonwall goes down. And apparently this was the right call by Life. For now at least. Oh yeah, no mana potions available. Disproven by hell. True. By the way, now that I see you in chat, I missed your Battle.net tag for the profile picture, mate. DM me somewhere. Otherwise we can't assign it. If he's not fighting against all the trees at the same time, I don't see a way out for Dise with 20 supply. And no Moon Juice. And no second Starfall. Nature's Blessing is coming in as well. Well, I don't know if that helps against Starfall. I don't think so. Should be spell damage, right? And imagine how much damage he could have done with Searing Arrow 3 at this point. Heal scroll again. Very good timings. Very good timings by Life. close to level 5. Beastmaster close to level 5. There we go. Quillbeast 3. There's no way a Huntress army can withstand 42 average damage with Bloodlust on Quillbeasts. There's just no way. Reveal? Okay, only on Dice's side. Info potion to save her for 7 seconds. But here's reveal. 1 kill, more control. Demon Hunter grinding up to level 5 as well.
Players' forces are under attack.
And that feels hopeless. What's the way out? The mines are empty. So where are we going now? Is life trying to expand really? Dise is? They both are apparently. That's why we got Nature's Blessing, but only on one side. So good luck moving that slow tree or all those slow trees over. All he needed was to bring Hunts into life space while using Starfall. It would have been a good solution indeed. Because Space Race with piercing damage is really not that great.
A player's forces are under attack.
Once again, the opening game is just unbelievable. We have another Invis Potom.
A town is under siege.
But I mean, what can he do here? The tree is here. He can get rid of Moonwells as we get another Starfall. But a lot of these buildings were repaired, the essential buildings at least. Altar, really not that necessary if you don't want to go into tier 3. The expansion's not even crept yet. Ah. Let's feast on the beauty that is Starfall. As you see this, it's really not good DPS. Really isn't. So we have a March of the Ends. As the Demon Hunter is now chipping away at this bottom. She has a staff. So, yeah, damage. But that's about it. Dise is having one last hurrah. By fighting with his trees. And this Demon Hunter is just too strong, isn't it? Life is winning the base race as well. It feels like all the buildings are gone in case I'm missing something. That's it. 2 APs. But he got also Bear level 2. He got a tanky Beastmaster. He got a tanky Demon Hunter. And secure buildings at the expansion. He's preparing this upcoming base race well, but Life also has around 900 resources. He can just rebuild. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fighting spirit by Life, that's by Dise, that's for sure. But Life knows this is his game. 100%. No Starfall anymore. 4 buildings remaining only. He has summons. Dryad gets Starfall. No magic immunity there. Nope. Ultimate goes through magic immunity. Reveal, more focus. This, okay. No saving that bottom. Not at all. Just giving Remo time to fix his internet. Haha, true. And level 6, no GG.
Town is under siege.
Meta where? Dise, meta where? And 1-0 for the Chinese. So let's see if we get the people back onto the call.
Hello, hello!
Ah, there we go. Is the clean feedback up as well?
I am streaming, yes.
Okay, let's hope it's working. Well, 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 well. What an interesting game one that was, huh?
Yeah, it seemed like maybe then the end with the base race, he still had a chance. The Starfall looked beautiful as always, but it's rare that the Starfall ever does very much, right? We never really see it being too good. As pretty as it is, the Demon Hunter and the Beastmaster there on high level. Once they're level 5, there's just no going up against them anymore, I guess.
I agree. That was... The heroes carried, even though we had a little bit of a gift by life towards Dise. We also had a couple of purchases. Cake Pie Biscuit, thank you for buying the profile picture, same as Azul. So $3,932 in the pool right now.
Very nice indeed. My game sound is so quiet. I think that's from yesterday's Legion TD, where we had to turn down the game sound a bit because the Proton units were just going ham.
Then turn up, Remo, turn up!
Turn it up, turn it up! Alright, let's do it. Let's get ready for map 2.
Okay, finally, Remo the Demo Man will cast with normal vision. We got a 1-0 lead for life. He could throw down Dise to the lower bracket. No, out of this tournament. There's no fallback net in the War3Champions tournaments here. We got Dise fighting for survival right away in the upper right-hand side of Concealed Hill, and life very successfully so, bottom left-hand side in the yellow.
Is it gonna be double Demon Hunter this time? This is actually also a good map for the Potom, and Dise does indeed go for the Potom once again, life sticking with his favorite hero, the Demon Hunter, like we've seen so many times before, trusting once again in the old school hero.
Okay then, and Dise on the other side, going for the Potom once again, maybe plays it a little cleaner this time. They both seem to be of the opinion that they are the better player with this strategy. Dise must apply more pressure early on, I think. But Life was playing this very, very good. Here, Life probably shouldn't donate his hero away, would be my suggestion.
You want to try to avoid that whenever you can. This map can be pretty tough for a Demon Hunter. It's not so easy to level up here. On the first map, we saw double slippers and gloves, which really helped the Demon Hunter. You can also find 2 good items at the beginning if you're lucky, but there's not so many items to stack up on. The first one for him is the Ring of Protection. That item also isn't bad for the Demon Hunter. It's not as good as the other ones.
Then, what do we got? Circlet? Cool. Yeah, Life had a very, very good inventory on map 1. Basically as good as it gets. But now, I mean, he will be in the front row anyway. He will tank, so it's not that bad. We see that it's pretty important for Life to save on Moon Juice because he goes evasion first. Why not? It's gonna get level 2 anyway. There's nothing to mana burn. Smart choice.
Bonus armor, bonus health. This Demon Hunter now very tanky indeed. Could also be very good to give over to a Beastmaster once again, or a Panda. We've also seen Panda in the past with this. But what is Dise doing? In the top left, we have a second Ancient of War. Mass Hunts once again, and close to the gold mine. So could open that up to try to go for an expo play.
Or it's just a very, very sneaky position that you usually wouldn't scout. Because if you're committed to mass hunts, do you really have the chance to go for an expo?
I think could be done. If like with 4 or 5 hunts, once you have those, you can creep that pretty quickly. I mean, mass hunts shouldn't be a surprise in any case. Like when you're facing against Podom, you should be expecting Huntresses to be coming in, so the second Ancient of War, wherever it's placed, shouldn't surprise you too much. But it seems like Life is going to have the perfect scout here, potentially. Wisp moving north. Might be seeing that.
It's nighttime, no ultra vision, but he got it confirmed now. So he will have this in the back of his head. Good move by Dise to get the dust here, so the Podom can always hide, distract the Demon Hunter, prevent more creeping in higher levels. But once again, he seems to have the same defense in mind. Lots of archers.
Yeah, I like that. What he was doing here. What Life was doing on the first map. Going to bears can be very rewarding, especially if you have a lot of bears then at 50 supply, maybe even more at 60. Once you have those numbers, but it takes a long time. It's very expensive. It might oftentimes just be wiser just to be massing on tier 2 with archers and dryads. Maybe even Nature's Blessing. And of course, a second hero. Demon Hunter would love to level up here to 3, but again, not so hard and not so easy, I mean, for the Demon Hunter on this map. The Ancient of War creeping possibilities are very limited because Dise might be coming in for a creepjack at any point.
Oh yeah, be careful, my friend. We have a Hunter's Hall again, pretty late for Life. Oh, in comparison, so he can't go for an early AP, but his goal is Dryads. Oh, Wisp block. Doesn't really work 100%.
Archers for Life are coming in.
A player's force.
He knew that the creeping was happening. He wants to harass this, wants to make this as hard as possible. This, of course, as we all know, is not an easy camp to creep. Wisps have to repair this Ancient of War, I believe. Demon Hunter is low HP, but also the second hero, Naga, is coming in. Big move here by Life. How much damage can he do?
So far, so good. Brilliant timing. The Searing Arrow helps with the last hit, but far away from 3. Would love to see a Demon Hunter with a health potion or something, but yeah, he will stay safe, I guess. This time, way fewer Huntress than before, so the archers have more longevity and therefore more damage, and the damage ending up on the Podom, forced into a TP. And that gives the rest of the expansion to Life, which is the Null Overseer.
Absolutely devastating creepjack. Not only did he prevent the creeping for the opponent there and kill some units of his, but also gets the item in the end and got this experience as well. Ancient of War tried to deny, didn't quite get it. The item is a bad one. Crystal Ball. Really not the best items for Life here so far on map 2. But great play. Clean micro here as well with that archer attack that we saw coming in. The scout was there. The timing for the creepjack was there. Life looking really good.
Right? I am very, very happy that he's back to playing tournaments, as this is indeed very, very, very clean, but we thought so too on map 1, and all of a sudden his hero was gone. So let's not celebrate too early, but the game plan for Dise is certainly ruined.
The expansion is now coming up, but this was supposed to give the Podom a lot of experience, get her to level 3. She's still not there. She's still missing that level 2 aura, which is so important. But Dise did get to tier 2 himself. Can mass soon once the expansion is finished. And look at that. We got double Ancient of Wind coming.
Let's go. This is one of my favorite Knight of Mirror possibilities if Life goes to bears, but should he go to bears? Because aren't Dryads natural counter to pretty much, like, definitely to Talons? Question is, will Dise go into air or into Talons?
I would imagine air is going to be the choice here, but a bit of Fairy Fire, especially against the Demon Hunter, can also be very helpful. Life is not letting up. He's bringing more and more in northward to push against the expansion. Might even be able to get the cancel. It's pretty far along though, this Tree of Life. And the target fire against archers hurts a lot. This Naga has worked out wonderfully for Life.
Exactly. Different idea than playing a Beastmaster, but still very successfully so. Archers getting rotated out, still doing that damage. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter, so is on the Podom. But it feels like it's just too much damage. Dark Ranger on Dice's side for Black Arrow.
Trying to overwhelm the archers right here, but the wisps were already being brought in. Very smartly done by Life, and he kills off the Dark Ranger. No more Black Arrow here. He's losing a lot of units, though. Both are. It is a bloody exchange. Bottom is looking for more kills. Gets the one, gets the second. Life drops low in supply, but still has those strong heroes to rely on.
Low in supply? I tell you what's low in supply. 17 supply. That's low. You know what's even lower? 15. Because that's where he's at now. Trying to fortify that base, but without the second hero. Trying to go into fairies now, which is ridiculous. The Demon Hunter doesn't even feel that attack. And the chances for Dise to challenge Lawlight in the round of 12 are very, very minimal now.
Yeah, it's looking rough for our Russian player, the only non-Asian player today in the play-ins. Bottom getting slowed, getting blocked. She might be falling here if she dies. This is going to be the game. And she goes down, and that is not quite GG, but the game is over. And
No
Dise is out. Life moves on.
No GG twice. Dise, men aware. Again, gotta point that out. Life succeeds, and he is now in the round of 12 against Lawlight. So, we will probably move swiftly into the round of 12. We, of course, knew that a Night Elf player would qualify from this part of the bracket. But who's it gonna be? Life or Lawlight? They pretty much had their first big rise around the same time, right? But while Life was absent and studying, I think is what I heard he did, Lawlight was taking Vice World Championships, silver medals, team game World Championships. So it's gonna be quite a styles clash here in the round of 12. We give our admins a little bit of time to set everything up and do the map picks and bans. We say goodbye to Dise, and we are very much looking forward to Life versus Lawlight. See you in a bit.